Hello everyone, welcome. Everyone's having a good one. I have things going on later, so I need to stream a little bit early. And it's gonna be a sort of limited time. Maybe not a hard date. But, yeah. So, I think I mentioned that it's like, I'm gonna check out Pyro. I checked out Pyro. I'm kind of whatever on it. I did pick up, oh, right. I picked up the Vault shotgun, but I lost my unique salvo. It wasn't too hard to get a regular salvo, but we now have lost the no advantage that tactical engravings offer. I don't know exactly what my plan should be. No engravings, so sad. Let's see.
Your vehicle has been delivered.
Hey.
Visit us again.
You know what? Yeah, okay. So there is one trade route that I want to check out. So, sorry. There's a trade route I'd like to check out. In order to do so, the plan will be to do some missions in, we'll do some missions around ArcCorp, and when I need to call it, or when I need to repair my ship, or go to get healed, I'll go to Bajini Point, and then we will do a little bit of trading at Bajini Point. Because that is where I need to go. Also, we're just gonna pick up these. Take a few extra of those. Put them here. Probably gonna do the Probably gonna do the 890 missions. So, yeah, in general, I don't hate the Volt shotgun. I don't, like, I mean, it's good. Honestly, it's good. It's actually semi-auto and has a rather large magazine capacity. And, it does have the changing fire modes. It goes from buckshot to slugs. And, I don't, like, it's fine. Just ever so slightly odd. And I'm just gonna, you know, I heard somebody complaining about that fence. You know, I understand it now. I mean, it's a little silly. I mean, like, it doesn't need to be there. It's just one more thing. And also, if you're going to do what I just did, then it's going to get in the way. Okay. I also don't really care too much about one Ultra Toxin, but that's neither here nor there. So, meh. Let me make sure that I have my med point set here. I do have to say though, okay, so I did check out, a thing. I did check out the location, and honestly, I actually really, like, aside from, if it was a PvE thing, I would love it. I would have loved it so much. The only reason I left was because there was a player who shot me. And, like, I don't know. It's whatever, but, like, they didn't shoot my ship. They didn't shoot. My ship was, you know, parked 2 kilometers, 3 kilometers away. So that's the thing. I was carrying a backpack, and it was like they started shooting me out of instinct, and I tried to run as much as I could because I wasn't gonna kill them. And then they just shot me in the back when I was running away. It's like, okay. I mean, like, it is what it is, and like, I don't know. If, I could have screamed, "Hey, I'm friendly. I'm just looting stuff." If I could have like been on the ground and said, "Hey, I'm just here to loot stuff. If you want, I will help you," I would have said that. But comms rarely work, so guess we'll do this. Let's just, you know, we won't go too crazy because, again, I am short on time. So, I was also looking at, you know, like, ships, trade ships, or cargo ships. Now, if you're looking at, hey, I'm doing mercenary stuff, and I enjoy doing mercenary stuff, but I want to do something, maybe have something a bit more chill, that, maybe have something a bit more chill that I can just, you know, do on the side, and have as a little bit of break from combat. You want a cargo ship? The raft. Oh my god, the raft. Like, the raft is just a good, relatively cheap, purpose-built cargo hauler. And, you know, Star Lancer Max isn't bad. It's, you know, it is more multi-purpose, multi-role. And it does technically have more cargo, and it has more cargo in a, I mean, well, actually, hang on, give me 1 second here. Okay. It's got 32. It's got the 6 32 SU containers, and then the Star Lancer has those 6 32 SU containers, and then 1 by 2 by 8, so 16 on top of each in the back, which is not useless, but also kind of interesting. And of course, um, but yeah, the Star Lancer is not a terrible pick, but well, okay, technically, for the money, the Hull C is the best ship, obviously. But excuse me, but the Caterpillar is also good bang for your buck. I'm going way too fast with no shields. That was stupid of me. I'm looking at this terrain and I'm like, oh no. But yeah, I also tried out his CZ and I immediately got killed, so I was like, you know, I don't really want to do this. But however, I did do the asteroid bases, and I had a little bit of a goof because I just missed the elevator that takes you to the hangar. But those asteroid bases, honestly, I mean, like, I think I only went to 2 of them, but they were the exact same, so that was a bit disappointing. But the idea of them is definitely cool. And the idea of having them in Stanton is also super cool. The question will be, is how different are the ones in Stanton versus Pyro, and what are the differences and everything? I assume there won't be... It probably won't be too different, but the idea of... I mean, maybe there's going to be a few different missions. I saw somebody speculate that this is going to be, you know, the asteroid bases will be potentially like, oh, well, everybody who has an asteroid hangar, that's where those go. I don't know. I feel like they could, if they really wanted to, they could do that. they really wanted to rework everything, they could also just rework it so that, hey, anybody who had an asteroid hangar, something else. Because the asteroid hangar, assuming that it's cut off from everything else, is not just going to be it's going to be fast to get in and out of. It's going to be like a little bit like a private space station. I don't know if they're going to be super down for that idea.
Welcome to Robert Space Industries. Enjoy the ride. System check.
Sorry, I'm also realizing I was about to go here without having any shields on my Nursa here. That's unfortunate. Oh yeah, but that being said, I also did check out. Okay, so one thing, if you want to go into Pyro, but you don't want to do any PvP stuff, those asteroid hangars, and I think every location in Pyro, in all fairness, if you want to get something, comp boards, I don't think they're like super valuable. They're probably not the most valuable thing you could be messing around with, but they are a thing that are pretty common. You come back here and sell them, and I think they might be decent money, but only if you have a lot of them. I think there are some places I think you can buy them and sell them as a regular commodity, basically, and yeah. Okay, that's weird. Oh hey. We'll also have to see, because I've only used the Volt shotgun in one time in an 890 mission. Atmospheric conditions are probably not that different. Probably not worth mentioning. Oh, I also lost my Scorch shotgun. Or my Scorched Custodian. Because of, just some inventory stuff. I don't know what the salvo was. I was messing around with stuff and ended up, like, the Custodian phased through the ground. The salvo just disappeared randomly out of nowhere, and I at that one I'm a little irked about, because legitimately, like, it just disappeared on me when I needed it. And I looked around everywhere where maybe it just dropped out of my inventory for some reason, and I didn't see it, so. Not too much of not a huge fan, Oh, also, I should try this. So one of the things... You know, I'm also realizing the Volt shotgun might be like the shotgun that I want. Just a semi-auto. You know, it doesn't need to be too powerful. Oh my god. Game freezing up, please. Being able to shoot slugs is interesting. But, I do kind of wonder, because, like, ammo types were definitely something they wanted to do. Ammo types are definitely something they wanted to do, but, and had mentioned, I'm pretty sure they had specifically mentioned the idea of doing them. But, oh my god, what was that? Hey. What? Whoa, 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 whoa. What the fuck was that? Come on, dude. Oh my god. Okay. Game freezing up like that is still, like, the main thing that will kill me. Oh, also, I don't know, I haven't been paying attention to whatever loot boxes there were here. Wait, what? You're... Oh my god. Are you... No. That's back? The grenade's not working? Hello, Solar. You picked the perfect time to show up. And that's the Volt shotgun, by the way. I mean, it's nice that the grenades don't just insta-kill you. It's also a bit silly that they don't. But what the fuck? Come on. This is not 2019 anymore. This performance bullshit is like... Yeah. I have a car I need to wash at 10 p.m. because I don't fucking know. This is just something that should not happen, but has happened before and apparently will happen in the future. Probably. Oh, I got excited for a second thinking that happened to be a, one of the super duper special salvos to replace the one I had lost, but no. No, I still got 3 hours. Interesting. What are you looking at? What goggles are those? So it's a rental and it comes back at 10 and it needs to go out in the morning. So, again, I don't fucking understand because there's supposed to be like allegedly there's supposed to be like a gap there's supposed to be a buffer time that's like, you know, it's of like at least 24 hours. So like that shouldn't fucking happen, but it did. And I don't know. I don't know because that's the thing me and my dad do, and that's the thing that my dad handles that side of things, so I have no fucking idea. I should say it's a Turo Rento, so Turo Rental. So we're renting the car out to people on an app. Well, I kind of want to be like, you know, I mean, so it does seem like the loot chest, the loot box spawn rate for the bunkers has gotten better. Maybe I was just very lucky. Maybe. Well, I don't know. Maybe they hate fun. They're gonna change it. I don't know. I mean, honestly though, if somebody like... if they did something like, if they accidentally had like a jump town... Oh yeah, you know it. You know it. I've heard like people selling the allegedly are selling the thingamabobs for the icties for like 6 million credits, and it's like, dude. Well, now I don't know if I want to use grenades anymore. Oh, we're having... oh my... why the fuck? Like, it seems like since last week, the inventory, at least for me, has gotten substantially worse. Where, like, it'll just... like, I'll deposit everything, it'll look good, I'll go out, I'll do some more looting, and then my backpack's gonna be full because it's like, oh, no, you definitely did not do... You definitely did not put all the stuff in there. That's true. That's true. So what is this? Where I can't fucking... see, that's my ship. Where the marker for my ship just doesn't show up. Me, loot goblin, will continue to loot goblin. I also, like, I think it's so funny, also, just how much hate for Wicklow I've been seeing, like, is one of the things, right, where it's like, CIG needs to just respond to people to, at least, at the very least, some larger consensus things. Everybody hates Wicklow because of this, and they have not said a reason. They haven't given a reason why they decided to do RNG. They just dropped it, didn't explain it further, and we're like, fuck you. Spend all month trying to get a C1 and you get 5 fortunes. That's the game, baby. And it's like, yeah, people are I saw somebody who literally had like, who was just like, fuck Wicklow, and he had like 3 fortunes, and I'm like, wow. But yeah. Oh, also, yeah, so my pyro adventures were good. My plan is to do FPS missions. Oh, nice. I need something faster. I don't know. I don't really, well, I don't know, I don't really care. I still think that well, I don't know. I still think there should always be like at least 2 ways of getting any one thing. You know. And it would be nice if there was some more like, and I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's only ever gonna I mean, okay, you can just buy stuff off of somebody who's already done the thing, right? I don't know. It'd be nice if there was if I had to go fight others to get it. Yeah. I mean, like, and I'm not suggesting that there'd be a much better way of doing anything. For like Valakar pearls, because I mean, you're gonna have to go hunt a Valakar, and like, okay, that's fair enough. It does beg the question though, will we be able to do any ranching? Are we going to be, can we have the Valakar ranch because that sounds like a stupid idea, but also hilarious. But she can't get the regular... you have to go to a CZ in order to get the ICD. You have to get an NN13, and that's the only place you can get an NN13 from. So you gotta do some PvP content in order to get it. Yeah. Well, you said the regular mech. And I mean, that is specifically not the regular mech. But yeah, you can go do that. And I mean, yeah. But it's also not going to be like... Actually, I don't know. Is it gonna... Can you deposit it into your inventory? Does it recognize that? I haven't seen anybody try that. Oh, that's fair enough. And there's only... Like, that version doesn't have the backpack. It doesn't have the thingamabob, right? It's just the regular... No jump pack one. Cargo elevator so as soon can bring it down. I'm just... Like, it's not gonna... Presumably, it's gonna treat it like any item in your inventory, not a ship. So you're not gonna have the insurance on it, which isn't necessarily a huge problem. But maybe it treats it like a ship in your inventory. I just don't know. Well, I don't know. I feel like that's an assumption. Now, granted, if it did act like just a weapon or a piece of armor you picked up, I feel like everybody would be complaining about that. So, maybe, but, well, we might have to coordinate. We might have to coordinate an ICD-rad pickup in that case. Okay. If that is the case, then that's good. Also, there is going to be a side of this stream that's like, how badly is the server maintenance that's going to be tomorrow? How badly is it going to be needed? And also, why the fuck don't they just do them regularly at, like, you know, like, at a time? Instead of just randomly and sporadically. At whatever time they feel most necessary. Like, I don't know. You actually pull the ship up out of storage, and you have to... Oh! I don't know when the maintenance is tomorrow, I just know that it is tomorrow. I think they said. I certainly hope they said, but I don't actually know. anyway, so like, I do like the Volt. I like the Prism, I think, but I don't like the alt fire thing. I mean, like, I can appreciate that it's a unique way of... It's a unique thing about the gun, but, I would much rather prefer a good old ballistic gun that I can just swap out ammo for.
You picked the wrong guy to screw with.
That's fair.
I got you one.
What precisely don't you like about just shotguns in general?
Hey, who messed with my gun?
Are you shotgunist?
You know, I was just getting into this.
What's the... I don't want to spend the time thinking about it, but, like... Anti-poly projectile? That's fair, that's fair. Hmm. I think the Prism is, like, probably the first time I've really felt, and I've only used it on only so many missions, but, okay. But, I so far, I do feel like it's solid, it does decent damage, it's got a decent fire rate. It is actually only semi-auto. But it's a very fast semi-auto. And again, like, I just I haven't seen too much of a reason for that buckshot thing. Or the slug thing. And it's like, so, yeah. And I think this sort of progressive fire thing, like, when it dramatically changes how the gun functions, like the difference between buckshot and slugs, that is kind of insane. I think allegedly the Volt pistol is a machine pistol, and when it heats up, it just changes, like, fire rate, and it, like, speeds up. It's like, that's fine. This, like, that actually sounds, like, really... That sounds real chill with how they handle that. The rifle is, also, like, changing its fire mode with the having arcing, and I think I want to say it might do AoE? Or it might, like, arc between targets? I'm not 100% sure. I feel like I'm just making that up now, actually. But yeah. Oh, also, one arc to start a crime stat. Yep. Yep. But the thing for the what am I thinking of? The event. I heard some more leaks. So I can't, not verifiable, but I heard that it's not just going to be the Volt pistol, but it's going to be the pistol, the shotgun, the submachine gun, and the rifle. Able to one-tap most of the enemies in the head with the P8. Yeah, no, that's definitely a nice thing. I mean, it's sometimes I'll go for headshots, but I know myself. I know I'm gonna miss. So I just try and go center mass whenever I can. Let's keep things simple. Also, it looks like I auto-equipped the shotgun and fell off the ladder because of that just a couple of seconds ago. And I don't know why I auto-equipped the shotgun. That just happens because the inventory is amazing, like now. Which may be the idea of the shotguns, and being able to make up for my lackluster accuracy. Sometimes lackluster accuracy. Most of the time lackluster accuracy. That's you know, part of the thing. Yeah, I would definitely be down for not tonight, but if you do hold on to those maintenance key cards, Solar, then I would not mind picking up some Icty Rads. Could be fun. Could be fun. Oh yeah. The one time I went, though, I did not find the maintenance place. Maybe I did. Do you need to do the security scanners? For the maintenance cards? With no one inside? Okay. Well, I didn't find one. I probably didn't look around the entire periphery. And it probably depends on location, but yeah, it was a whole thing. Go through an airlock? Yeah. The first building I went into, I think it was like, I can't remember. No, I don't think it actually had a name on it, but it had a data analytics room, something else, and a research. The research was behind a security scanner door. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Maybe a little annoying because there is like the there's the huge what's-its. because every building you can go into, also there's a locked building that you can't interact with at all. Right next to. It's a little goofy. I do like the overall layout of that map. It's been a while since I checked out the Good Doctor in Arena Commander, and I know that that building is, like, just the Good Doctor. Yeah. Oh! That makes sense. Yeah, honestly, it was kind of fun, and I did go in there. I did go into that thing solo. I died a couple of times, but yeah, it's quite the thing. And I'm not 100% sure, like, the place, like, when I first went into the building, it was in lockdown, so I don't know if somebody was actually there doing the thing. But, yeah, it was, there were a lot of fucking enemies. Pull up to in a nurse and go into the room. Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what I did, basically. Except I didn't know where it was and I didn't find the specific thing. Because I think all of the buildings... You should be able to tell all the buildings apart. But, well, I didn't. No, I don't think there was waves of enemies spawning. I think it was just regular spawning, but there was like a lot of enemy. There was just a shitload of enemies. A small rectangle. Yeah. I saw Mr. Kraken's guide on it. But yeah. Oh yeah, I guess this one has friendlies in it, so we'll see how this works. I'm planning on doing a cargo run. From Bajini to the Magnus Gateway, hauling scrap. Apparently it's a relatively decent thing. I think the profit numbers I have in my head are for, like, Caterpillar levels of cargo. I think it's a pretty solid, relatively... I would hope that scrap doesn't get run out on the commodity trade, or on the thing, but we'll see. I'm gonna be auto-loading, baby. Unless auto-loading is broken. In which case, oh no. That is the one disadvantage of energy weapons, baby. Cannot go through shields. Oh, that's also the unfortunate part of loading. That sometimes you don't reload. Oh, somebody threw a grenade. Oh, I stabbed myself in the... in midair. Hell yeah, baby. You can also auto-unload. I am putting a lot of faith in mechanics in Star Citizen to work, though. I will recognize that point. Who the fuck threw that grenade? No. Okay, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh, not this again! This also happened, and it's extremely annoying. Because if you have the med pen equipped, I'm gonna just heal up in the comfort of my med bed. This motherfucker, baby! With the pink shotgun. So I was doing an asteroid base in Pyro. I parked my ship kind of a far ways away, like a 5-minute EVA trip away. Maybe not 5 minutes, but it felt like forever. And yeah, so I bugged out, had the med pen in my hand, and you know what you can't do when you have the med pen in your hand? Open the fucking doors. So I had to go all the way back. I probably didn't need to go all the way back. I probably could have just opened my inventory and managed it, but then I get shot. Then I get shot. I did try to just fight, to just shoot the turrets. I, like, yeah, they surprisingly did not work out that well. I don't know if that's sarcasm. Because it's also, I mean, frankly, it's easy to park. I could have parked closer. I could have. They aren't easy to see, that is true. And also, you can target them through asteroids, but your bullets don't go through asteroids. So, there's also that. What the... But sometimes their bullets do. Yeah, true. I was gonna say, okay. Maybe shotgun didn't do me too well there. And then, like, just randomly did get a kill, so... Mixed bag. I mean, I think this is probably the maximum range I would expect to fight with a shotgun. Wouldn't this be so much fun? Yes, I did try a contested zone. I died in the first 5 seconds. And I was like, you know what, actually, in all fairness, when I went to the contested zone at Ruin Station, I died in the first 5 seconds. When I went to the contested zone that was just an asteroid base, I did not die in the first 5 seconds. I didn't die at all. But there were no players at that contested zone, so... But I also did not get the thing I wanted from that contested zone because a fuse door wouldn't work. I couldn't put the fuse in the door. It was like, okay. Well, that's fun. GG, I guess. And frankly, I think What? I did not try using a tractor beam. If that's the case, that's fucking stupid. Because literally every other fuse thing, you can just pick it up. You can take the fuse out. You can put the fuse in by just holding it in your hand. Oh my god. I'm more disappointed that I didn't think to do that. Oh my god. The heat is melting my brain. And actually, I said, hey, I think the loot is better here, and you know what? I'm not seeing one of those armor chests. So... fuck me. I think I've just been lucky up till now. They just bug out. Yeah, that's to be expected. Well, it's good that you can do the tractor beam thing, because, yeah. Because honestly, it was also, like... dude, if there was a sort of dungeon-like experience like that was instanced and was, you know... and was PvE, oh my fucking god, I would love that so much. But that's not where we're at. Yes. I was gonna say, on the elevator to heaven. Oh my god. I had a stupid idea. Okay, so you know how you've got the motorcycle gang Hell's Angels? What about, like... okay, would it be Heaven's Demons or Heaven's Devils? Because it's got to be one of the two. Oh my god. I love a ramp that I can just phase through. Okay. Hello, is this... do you have the shields on? You do have the shields on. I just wanted to see if I could tractor beam an arrow around. Wait a minute. Are you fucking kidding me? Really? Wait a minute, can I... What? What? That's a new one. That's a new one. What? What's this bug? Where are you? Where your ships just become fucking untouchable? Is there a workaround? I could totally make that jump. If it had any physics associated with it. Fuck! But I didn't... Okay. I didn't phase through it immediately after I got out of the bed. I guess doesn't matter. Exit to menu or Alt F4 or get a pickup. Well, shit. And so, one railgun was lost today. Burr, burr, burr. Burr, burr, burr. Burr, 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 burr. Okay, before we get DMCA'd here. Get healed with the Connie's elevator. Up. I don't know, for the Starlancer. Wonder if I could have jumped. I probably could have jumped and gotten back into the Ursa's medbed. Yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter. By the way, there's quite a few abandoned Asgards. Oh my good lord. Hey, Zuzu. Meep meep, I'm a sheep. Said meep meep, I'm a sheep. Well, I'm going to have to claim my Starlancer. I don't think there's any trades that I can do between Arc L1 and Bajini Point. But if there is, then we'll check.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
If the terminal wants to work!
Welcome to the ASOP
My god.
vehicle retrieval system.
Star Citizen.
Insurance claim.
Star Citizen, why you do this?
Please contact the front desk. Anthony Oddball, please, you wanted in recovery? Dr. Bolin, you're needed in recovery. Med station 4. Med nurse to med station 4.
Just relax. Everyone here at Kelto RO.
Where's the insurance terminal? Oh, there it is. The regen terminal.
Feeling better? What better way to celebrate than with a frosty hydrofrost from Kelto? The sweet, cool treat everyone loves.
Oh.
I don't care
Be
why
sure to
it's
stop
not
by our
mine.
pharmacy
It's
to
your
get the
job to
quality medicines that you need.
I'll alert a manager
Price,
to your
your
situation.
love.
They'll contact you
Kelto
later.
RX. Feel better,
I
safe.
don't care why it's not working. It's your job.
Sorry, I just heard Jared and I had to listen. A little difficult with bitten ears, but that's, that is what it is. Okay, let me look this up. I do also wonder how accurate... I've been using Galactic Logistics. Not sponsored or endorsed or affiliated with them in any way, but that's just the thing I've been using. Starlancer. Assume that I have a budget of 5 million credits, which technically I do. Arc dash L1 wide forest, only the widest of forests. Bajini point. Calculate. Nothing. Literally nothing. Okay. That's cool. Also, is it? Yeah, Magnus Gateway. It's called. That's just a wide. Did they separate the forest from the trees? I need to hold on to that, but I'm also terrified that I'll forget. Ooh. Oh, wait a minute. Arc L2 sells scrap. And the buy price for Arc L2 is not particularly great. It is slightly more, it is more than Bajini Point. That being said, there are better places to get scrap from. How good is the Idris K laser beam? I feel like a good "it's time to separate the forest from the trees" moment would just be to have a giant swarm of fighters and just I'm a fire in Malaysia and just explode a bunch of them in one fell swoop. But that's not realistic. Go buy one and tell me. Wouldn't it be so fun if you could just buy a Also, I'm trying to figure out what we should do here. I'm totally down for just chill. Hey, we're gonna go and look at a few things. Arc L1 wide forestation. Waste? Wait. The only thing we got here is waste. Amazing. I think, does Everest Harbor sell scrap? It does. It sells it at the same price that Bajini Point sells it for. Wouldn't it be nice if you had some sort of mobile, like, not necessarily turret, but something where you could throw you could, just attach like a size 1, 2, 3 weapon. And just move it around and fire it and kill bots. Count created 13 hours ago. Good old bots, best old bots. I know I've said it before and I don't want to repeat myself an innumerable amount of times, but good lord. I'm just like, okay, so what is waste? What is scrap? What is RMC? What is construction materials? All those things could be divided into different, more interesting commodities, items that are, do a whole thing. But I also am very curious what it'll be like for the economy team. Cubes with those words and letters printed on the side of them. Listen, some people don't play a video game so that they know that they're playing a video game. Some people want a little bit of goddamn immersion. And you can have immersion and interesting game mechanics. It is the case that you are true. I don't know what kind of immersion I need as in relation to the waste commodity. I mean, like, now that I'm thinking about that, no, maybe I don't need that. I'll admit that's probably fair, but I think they have talked about stuff like that, and I don't want that. I would be fine if there wasn't a flight ready button, though, and it was just... Because right now, if it is literally just, power on, and just, shields on, engines on, weapons on, and it's just, you have to manually turn all of those on, like, just... That I would be okay with. And maybe if it was power on, go to a power preset, and wait for it to transition, that'd be fine with me.
Nice choice.
Coffee machine on. It's very important. I need to play other games that have that sort of power management thing, because I do think that one problem that Star Citizen has is like the whole power distribution system where, like, I don't know power distribution and, like, weapon loadouts and things. Like, I don't know. I don't know if I can better describe it other than it just seems like everything needs to be looked at much more carefully. Nutrient-based machines on. I say that specifically because, like, okay, one power unit is kind of valuable. What if you actually needed to, like... What if the coffee machine was one power unit? That would be ridiculous. So, you know, there's a lot of questions about that. Oh, I picked up a bunch of J5 helmets, which, they're not really super useful at all, but they're a look. I did also, there were some enemies that have Manticore helmets, but not the rest of the armor. Which is some kind of fun. And I'm just waiting because I know that the timer on my Star Lancer is still waiting on that. But yeah, one of the things is one of the things is though, like, yeah, I feel like there's not really a consensus between, you know, ships that have 2 guns, 4 guns, 6 guns. Like, there's not really a huge consensus on power management. At least, and maybe there is, and I just don't see it, or it's not really like a and again, I don't know. I'm just talking out my ass here, I guess. But like the F8, I don't hate the idea of the F8, but like the F8, when the first time I saw the F8 and like the 8 guns that it has, I'm like, okay, why don't I just literally strap a gun to every single bit of open space on my ship? Why don't I do that? And like, you know, and I mean, you know, there's a bunch of other potential examples as well, right? Like the Reliant, where like you have the guns on the wingtips, and then you also have the guns on the underside of the wings. Why not have guns, you know, symmetrical on the other side, on the top of it? Why not use that entire wing for, you know, additional missile racks? Like, I mean, there's the limiting factor there is, or should be, power. But I feel like they only came to that conclusion after far after they designed the ships, you know? Or designed most of the ships. And it's just like, and it just really shows. Tritium? Wait a minute. Tritium is something. It also seems like Galog hasn't been updated since like 4.0. Not totally, but kind of seems like it's... Oh yeah, Tritium just isn't even on here. Galog... I'm looking at Galactic Logistics for all the trade info. And trade routes, commodities. Now I'm looking at SC trade tools. Tritium. Nothing I want. No place I want to go to. I mean, there's a bunch, so it's like... Oh, I have 2 Star Lancer Max. Maxes. In stock, get the waste in as many... 32. Oh my god, wait, you only have 72 SCU of waste? What the fuck? Wait a minute. Well, that's fun. Well, we will buy the max in that. Time pending. Cool. Guess we'll just buy... Oh, I can't when it's loading? Apparently. Good lord. God damn it, people. Take a fucking shit. Every now and then, anyway. Good lord. Let's see. Let's see, where's your food court? I need to consume some noodles. I should know. Arc L1 is like a second home to me. I do wonder. Because, like, pizza isn't feature work. Pizza presumably needs animation. Because they can't just add pizza with no proper pizza eating animations. That would be insane. Why the fuck would you think that would happen? That's absolutely never happening. What? This is Noodle Shop. What? Noodle Bar, excuse me. This isn't Voyage Bar.
Thanks for stopping by Elroy's.
What? This isn't Elroy's either, lady. Are you okay? Where are we? Hang on, I need to know.
Welcome to M&B.
What even is that? What even is that? M&B?
Hi. Welcome to Grab and Go.
Grab and Go? You know, I will say, actually, going going to Pyro and, you know, checking out. The first time I went to Pyro was when it was like in PTU, and it was extremely bad FPS. And honestly, I fucking love those. I fucking love those stations. Oh my god, I love the vibes so much more. Like there is no competition. Just the vibes of this somewhat run-down location. I mean, I'd prefer my space stations a little cleaner. But I'd love to see something with just a bunch of little stalls, you know, around, you know, sort of path, and that kind of a thing. But maybe with some actual fucking lights. Which I don't think, like, I think the closest thing, I think Nyx might be a good home for me for a while. Like, I don't know what Nyx is gonna be like. I might really hate it, but I could also really like it. And I feel relatively sure that there will be some locations that are to my liking that are in low-sec space. That do feel a little bit more run-down. But we'll see. I think you'd have to go to a slightly different area, though, to really see that sort of a thing. Wait a minute. It says it's on the pad. Yeah, the thing is, I think, like... Yeah, I don't know. I can see myself hanging around Nyx or Castra, but we have to see how everything goes, how everything plays out. Because, like, Nyx is supposed to be, you know, it's a lawless system, but it's a bit more chill. And that might be straight up my alley. And Castra, like, unless they add, like, a moon, Castra is literally just 2 planets. And I think Castra actually is relatively large, for being 2 planets. I could be wrong. Yeah, I mean, they just need to do what they've said they want to do. And put the stupid fucking crime rep system stuff in. But that's features. So, you know. But yeah, I mean, I could see them I could see them as a surprise releasing Nyx this year, because I have absolutely no idea how much work. I have no idea where Nyx is at, but I think I've heard the opinion that Nyx is very far along, if not basically done. It would make absolutely no sense to release Nyx if they can't manage to, if they don't have the rep system to do anything with. Because then it's just going to be another Pyro. And frankly, is Pyro even that different from Stanton? I am good. Hello, Andromeda. Fire is fun. Especially oil-based paints and butane torches. Solar, my friend. Is the planet team the ship team? These are two different teams. Like, they could do all of the... They can do both. They can release Nyx and a capital ship. I don't know... I mean, I don't know... Does actually kind of raise a question. I don't know. I mean, like, an environmental artist? I would assume that if you're an environmental artist, you could get moved around and you could do, like, some ships. But I feel like they wouldn't want to just move people from this thing to another related but different thing. Although I will concede, they could do that if they absolutely needed to. But that's, like, ships are really important. I would not want to... I wouldn't want to be like, oh shit, we need more artists to finish more ships real fast. We need to, oh crap, we need to take environmental artists and make them do ships. I wouldn't want to do that. That seems desperate. It's only going to be a little stop in Hurston. Oh, sorry, not blind ourselves here. I mean, there's a lot of things that need to be worked on. Environments also being one of them. That we need to have more environments. We don't, like, need them right now, per se, but they do need to be a thing. Yeah. I don't know. I could see it kind of... Well... I don't know. Because it's... Again, like, they haven't really talked that much about Nyx. I mean, frankly, they literally showed us a larger percentage of Castra than they did of Nyx. Just by virtue of Nyx has a few systems, or a few planets, and Castra has 2. So I think that Castra might come out real quick after Nyx. Like, real quick in Star Citizen terms. It might take, like, half a year. Because, I mean, if they are here and there working on the landing zone, then... If Castra came before Nyx, that'd be really unfortunate, because... because there's no jump points that currently lead to Castra, and CIG seems like they wouldn't want to put a temporary jump point and say, here's this thing, it's gonna go away at some point. Even though that would be a totally sensible thing to do. Also, Andromeda, how are you doing? Make it a temporary event. They could totally do that! They're not going to! Somebody's gonna ask them about it on Star Citizen Live, if they ever decide to do a Star Citizen Live. They're gonna be like, no, we wouldn't do that. Nah, I mean, we could, we totally could, but nah. I mean, you don't see people gatekeeping Pyro and Stanton, so it's alright.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System. Your vehicle has been moved to our storage space.
Pyro's old news, and, well, you get in crimes that have to shoot people at Pyro Gateway. Yeah. Yeah. More or less, yeah. Oh. Did an event for Castra, they would just forget to put a satellite coverage up. I mean, I could see them doing something like that to be cheeky. To be a little naughty. A little silly, a little goofballs. A minute and 33 seconds. Wait, how much scrap do you have? Did I see 3,000 SCU of scrap? Holy shit! Yes. steel is also good, but steel is like it's not gonna. It goes quick, which is the problem. Oh, also, Solar, are you excited about and I know the answer to this question, but are you excited about the new um referral rewards they're going to announce tomorrow? I'm curious. And it'll definitely be a little bit more insight into the way that CAG handles this sort of thing. This sort of vibe CAG wants to give. You think they'll be like, oh, if you get 100 referrals, you'll get early access to the Starware system. Everybody else will be limited to the old system for 3 to 6 months, depending on whatever we're feeling like. But you'll be able to wear a jacket over your armor slightly early. I think I've wasted enough time looking at things. I do wonder, though. I mean, like... Yeah, I have no idea. CAG's ability to tell narratives has not been... has been pretty not great so far. Through, like, events and, things. So... I have no idea. I don't know if they were going to tie an event to Nyx. Then, I don't know. Because I think there was a little bit of a thought that they would release engineering with Pyro, and then FPS... the scanning stuff, not just FPS scanning. But the scanning stuff with Nyx, because Nyx is supposed to be, like... It has a nebula. It's supposed to be harder to scan for stuff. Yes, I do! God damn it, yes I do. I need it. I need it so bad, Solar. You don't understand. My eyes don't work so good in the dark. It's very ironic. My eyes don't do good seeing through walls. But yeah. You do have to admit, though, it will be interesting, because, with the, so, you know, with that, the thingamabob, the, what's it? And I know this is a long trip, relatively long trip, so, like, I think there are some places that might be closer. I'll have to check, but whenever I get the cargo ship of my dreams, we'll have to see how everything works. I don't think a hull C still wouldn't make sense, because I'm just not going to be able to get the amounts of cargo I need. $1,000 of SU, a size 3 hangar, and good living quarters and plenty of storage for $45. Listen. You know you're exaggerating things. My dream of having more $45 game package ships is completely separate. Did I ever? No, I think I did say, like, oh, I might have mentioned a price. But I don't know. Or I might have been like, oh, I would love take the Starlancer tack and then take all the guns away and give it a better you know, ship carrying capacity. And that's all I want. And I mean, not all of the guns, but like, it doesn't need great guns. I just want to be able to move ships around. That, I think, still holds true. Probably a little bit more cargo. Maybe just 128? Even that would be fine. A max with a medical station, the accommodation for maybe, I mean, 4 players seems like a lot. You know, weapon rack, armor rack, all the sorts of, the basic things you would want from a ship of that size. And like $250, $300, sure, fine, whatever. But yeah. Aw. The Starlancer Max, I believe, costs $250, and the TAC costs $375? Or was it $400 and the War Bond was $375? Or the latest War Bond was $375? I don't know. If you... Because... I don't know, but I think the Starlancer TAC kind of has the dropship tax on it, so that's part of it. Yeah, that's fair. We don't... I mean, do we have a... I don't know if we can really say we have a ship carrier tax. We probably will. We just don't have that many ships that are really purpose-built for that. It's kind of hard to say that, oh, there's just a tax on this, because, like, all we have is the... I mean, we have the Kraken and the... we have the Kraken and the Liberator, and those are, like, don't really have great direct compare... I mean, also the Idris, but that's also a multi-crew thing, so... Technically, you're right. Technically, you're right. And I wouldn't consider, like, the 890, I wouldn't consider that in the same category. Yes, it has a hangar, it's not a carrier. And I don't think that's, you know... That's not how I would think, but maybe that is how CIG thinks. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, but like in my mind, the carriers we have, the Idris, the Kraken, and the Liberator. So 2 of the 3 are capital ships. Because I really hope that I'm not misremembering, and the Liberator actually has capital components, but it's a carrier of 1. You know, in all fairness... Okay, so, and to be clear, there's like the multi-crew carrier that would be the same size as the Starlancer, but just with a landing pad on top. And then there's also it's just a size 2 pad with some living space attached to it. Those are 2 separate dream ships that I have. And technically that literally just 1 size 2 landing pad would be a carrier of 1, so... The Reclaimer's a carrier too, just the ships aren't together. That's... interesting. You know, if they reworked the Reclaimer so that the cargo grids were just worked better, I'm thinking that, like, because it's kind of, you have the cargo thing, and then there's sort of little sections of cargo grid off to the sides, but like the main bulk of the thing isn't a cargo, it's just a walkway, a pathway, right? If they reworked that, so, and I don't know exactly how, but if they reworked it so that it just was way more convenient and actually worked. Lower level below the main that is just no grid. Yeah. There's probably a million ways they could rework that to make it more fun, more usable. And I mean more fun in the sense that, something that is still, in line with the whole idea of, something that's still in line with the whole idea of, being, a ship from Aliens. Yeah. Give me a landing pad. Oh, thank you. Or a hangar. That's actually definitely a hangar, not a landing pad. Rescind my previous statement. Jesus Christ, also. Can you believe, Solar, that when they were talking about player stations and having the ability to fucking link stations together, I think potentially infinitely? I mean, probably not infinitely, but... I mean, practically not infinitely, but it's just like... Oh my god. I'm always down to link stations. I want to say plenty of docking ports to use, but also, I don't know. Do you have a large org? And or are you a part of an org that wants to do construction? If no, then yeah, probably not. Ooh. Well, I mean, I don't know, because if you have a Pioneer, then all you need to do is just, you go to an org, you're like, hello, or an org comes to you and they're like, hello, can we pay you to build the foundation so we can build a station? And you're like, yes, tell me where to build it, and we'll do that. And all you need to do is just build the station prep area, and then leave them to their own devices. Nice, they show me the money. True, true. Because it's not even going to be building the station. It's just going to be, you know. It's just going to be building the prep area. And I mean, like, I could see potentially, like, you know, a pioneer being like, I'm going to just build a bunch of stations, or I'm just going to build a bunch of outposts. Pay me to build you your dream house, and I will go and build you your dream house. I could see myself doing that, in fact. If I had a pioneer. Pay me not to bulldoze your house. Fair enough, fair enough. Oh, is this a thing? Oh no. Very high inventory. Ah. I see the problem I've ran into. Well. Why would you tell me that I could sell scrap at Stanton Magnus Gate? Wait, that it makes sense, but goddamn. I would have walked away with like 60K, 66K. Jesus, that would have been nice. Oh well. You live and learn. Oh my god, I can't remember any fucking lyrics to Live and Learn. What am I? Hanging on the edge of tomorrow. Live and learn from the works of yesterday. God damn it. Well, shit. One motherfucker's gotta offload my scrap to. Okay. Endgame? Sell it at endgame. Pickersfield and oh. Could sell it at some of the places on Hurston. At some of the ground locations on Hurston. We also, so I was mentioning also, and I swear this is a great deal. Holy shit! Yes, I need to manually unload at those. Did I buy the 1 SU containers? I don't know. You know what would be a great thing? Comp boards. Open up the ramp to give a live reaction. Okay, so alright, so I could go into what's my next best option for offloading these? Dunborough? Let's see. My best bets? Genuinely? I could go to the Pyro Gateway, but I'm guessing that's gonna be the same sort of thing. And technically my other best bet in Stanton is Lorville CBD. And honestly, I think I would rather I think I would rather unload 224 boxes at a random ass outpost. To be completely honest with you. When Lorville's full. Nobody fucking goes to locations on Hurston, so I'm gonna make an educated guess and say that that going to Picker's Field is probably, like, the thing I would rather do. Now again, comp boards, that, if you want to do raids into Pyro, do some missions, comp boards are plentiful. Now, I mean, you know, I'm not collecting like one SCU of comp boards in one mission, but they're pretty plentiful. They are pretty plentiful. Every location there's a C2 or cat landed. God damn it. Oh, you know, also, sorry, I was also gonna say the thing with Starware, I just completely remembered that I forgot to say, yeah, they have, the radiation armor is heavy armor that does not have the 40% protection. It is, I think it's 25, which is kind of a, hey, like, this is utility armor, this isn't combat armor, it's not as good at protection stuff. Whereas the other the exploration armors, I think right now, oh, by the way, also, yeah, here, it's 25, it's heavy utility. This isn't even as good as the medium armor in terms of protection. I'm sorry, do they not have the helmet? Okay, that's a choice. What? Who works at CAG and looked at that and said, you know what? Fuck you. Let's give you the suit, but not the helmet. Yeah, that sounds... And then everybody around a table at a meeting was like, you know what? Yeah, that sounds amazing. Right? Well, get irradiated nerd is more like, but... Like, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. If you pulled this shit in real life, trying to sell two things at separate locations, like, people would get fucking upset. Not just the people trying to buy the things, the people trying to sell the things. It's like, we don't have this. It's like, you buy the thing in a set. Realistically, like... Oh, I guess that's probably good to know. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think you can feel yourself suffocating. I assume that radiation... I assume you can feel that. Yep. Alright, it is the live reaction time.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
The thing is, I also don't know if I could offload 32 SCU containers at those outposts. I mean, I can definitely do more than one. And also, I don't know if those elevators are going to be working, in all fairness. And I think there's a slim chance that maybe you can auto-load to auto-loading? Am I, no. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. PvP is just not my thing, and I would have to go through PvP, and the ships would make it worth it, but it's random chance, and it's a lot, and it's just, yeah. Now again, there was the one hangar, there was the one asteroid base contested zone, which, I mean, like, that nobody was at, and I'm like, that is pretty fucking cool. Oh. I guess I didn't buy the scrap? Okay. Hey, you know what? That's true.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval
This is gonna take a hot minute.
Your vehicle has been moved to our storage facility.
Let's just look back at our sweet logistics here. Okay. What was I looking at? Dunborough. Which I guess is probably one of those same sort of locations, but at Microtech. Which I didn't fucking know that was a thing. So you can sell waste there. Scrap, iron ore, diamond, copper. Interesting. And you can run comp boards without well, I don't know what the amounts you can buy at N are, but yeah. There is a solid part of me that's like, yeah, I can go into Pyro, I can get some comp boards, load up like a 16 SCU container of comp boards and call it a day. And that would probably take a little bit, but would be doable. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see. What? Fuck? Okay. Good old Galog giving me some solid trade routes that don't get me profits. That's cool. Steel. Steel is a good one. Chlorine. Chlorine's another one, but let's see. Dunboro. Scrap. Can I buy, where can I get scrap? For cheap. Fort Tressler? Okay. Alright. I'm kind of want to see what Dunboro is, so we'll go there. We'll check it out. We'll sell some scrap there. Possibly get shot. I don't know. We'll see. There's just that corner that there's apparently just a solid dip in the station. A little unfortunate. Maybe I, like, bought the scrap and it was like, and it just didn't want to actually do the thing. I don't know. Or I interrupted the loading. $24 units. Oh, but that's 8 SCU. Yeah, okay. And we got 2 minutes. See what kind of shenanigans y'all pulling.
Hey, welcome to Neverland.
I also didn't claim the Ursa, so I could get that. We won't get that for now. Alright, so tell me about this Dunborough. Mythical location. No one's welcome unless you are. Interesting. Gonna take me a hot second to get there. It's not too far from Ghost Hollow, I think, either. It's fun. But yeah, tell me, Solar, am I crazy, or is the comp board thing? Cause like, what do they? One SCU of comp boards sells for 18K. Now, again, I mean, you're not getting one SCU of comp boards per thing, but kind of a thing. I mean, if you're gonna go to asteroid bases, alright. If you're gonna go to asteroid bases, or basically anything in Pyro, they are a bit of loot that you can pick up. And, like, I mean, I guess you could also get armor, but I don't know. I'd have to check. But I think comp boards might be more efficient than picking up suits of armor. I guess I'd have to really check, but it's a thing. I am back at looking at Galog, which maybe is not the best idea, but... Oh, you know what? Okay, hang on. Let's go look up SC Trade Tools. There's also a bunch of other things, you know? Well, it's just... The way I'm looking at it is, you do regular missions, and you're doing looting, and it's just... You know, there's just one thing to figure out. What would you recommend, Solar? Well, I mean, Galog was, that wasn't really... Okay, well, yeah, it was. What I'm trying to find is Star Citizen... Tavaran War marker. Universal item fighter, miscellaneous. Okay, that's what I'm. Is there any info on them? There's a bunch of random stuff. Like, let's see. There were UNE gold bars that I found searching around the Hathor locations, and I'm like, this is cool, but I have no idea what the fuck to do with them. Oh, I have heard that, yes. UNE gold ingot flawed. Ooh, I think I might have the damaged one. Ooh, okay. Oh, it's a thing in contested zones, I guess. But this is a universal item finder. It doesn't tell you where you can sell it. Um. Yeah. Okay, I'm sure it's been the 3 minutes, but we'll check. I guess
To the ASOP
what I'm planning for basically like 3.5 hours. We might be cutting it close.
your vehicle has been delivered to. Please visit us again.
Maybe I'll stop in Pyro. Check out a bounty mission. I did not check them out. And I should have when I was there. Let's just visually confirm we have all the steel. Okay, for a second I thought we didn't, and I was gonna cry. Gotta go to the contested zones. Oh my god. It was funny. I went to like the contested zone at Ruin Station. And I was at like gate B or entrance B, and like somebody came up behind me and just looked at me and was like, "I'm going to a different entrance." And it might have been that guy that shot me. So what happened is just like, it was just me being terrible at PvP at the end of the day. What the fuck do you mean invalid target? What do you... Oh my god. Oh sure, I mean it... Okay, whatever. I am an invalid target. Oh my god, okay. Like... dude. Fucking actually work for one goddamn time. There we go. Jesus Christ. I was about to be like, am I seriously gonna just be stuck in like the most unfortunate of locations? Let me just see. How much money do I get? And Galog is not extremely accurate. I acknowledge this. But, one of my trades is the waste thing, because nobody fucking touches waste, and there's a good reason why, but like it is a trade that you can just go and do, and you will make money off of it. So a caterpillar maxed out on waste. Profit I'm seeing would be 12.6k. From Arc L1 to Everest, which isn't great, but like that's on the low end of things, right? And if you do run scrap, although I like maxed out, like I couldn't fill up on scrap when I was at Everest, right? If that is the case, then yeah. If I could max out on scrap with a caterpillar, going to Picker's Field or one of them locations would be 200k. Actually, a 209.6k. So, eh. If I was feeling frisky and going to Everett, or going from Everest to Endgame, I could also, you know, actually, I bet Stanton Gateway sells scrap. Let's see. They're the Pyro Gateway. Pyro Gateway. Endgame. Don't know what is so special about Endgame. Pyro Gateway does not sell scrap. See, and I'm just looking here. Scrap is not even on this list. Kind of funny. Which is actually really funny because, yeah, no, there's apparently a lot of good trades actually you could get at endgame. But, yeah. There is one picking up RMC from Dunborough, but that would be manual loading. I would just rather not. Hmm. Yeah, actually, it seems like scrap would be a really good thing. Is there... Fort Tressler. Add scrap, right? Yeah. And some other stuff. Hang on. Now I'm curious. How far does the scrap hole go? Well, I guess we'll see, because I am literally, like, planning on running scrap. But again, it would be manually loading it, manually offloading it with a persistent freight elevator. I don't think we'll go to Pyro tonight, but, it's a consideration. Consideration for Sunday. Yeah, Solar, I would be down for trying to collect an Icti. That does seem like it would be interesting. Again, not tonight, though. So what would the plan be? To get it, put it in the freight elevator, and then ride back to the transit station? Go to the transit station, do the thing with the stuff in the thing? Or... Because do you need... Can you just go to the transit station and take a thing? Because I know technically you could just go... And I'm sorry, I asked a lot of questions. Because I know you could technically just go to the location at the center of the storm. Like, that is technically possible. You could drop in with an atlas. But... eh. Then it would just be a matter of getting out, and that would be like... But if you could go back to the transit station, then that probably wouldn't be that bad. But fighting through the transit station to the tram probably also isn't that bad. My ship is just dead. Okay. Once again, past the biggest hurdle. Yep. Yep. Because, I mean, at that point, if you died, it wouldn't be the worst thing. I feel like boarding the shuttle with the mech... I mean, you can probably do that. But also, it sounds like that would be a physics nightmare. Okay. I wish orbital markers. I should just go to fucking New Babbage. I really wish the orbital markers were easier to find. Which I don't know what the fuck that means, really, but... I mean, you would think it would just be scan the horizon, but... I mean, part of the thing is that I'm a little afraid that the ICTIs just, like, ends up being total garbage. Right? The way I would use it... I don't know. Because, like, there's not going to be that, like... if it had the jump pack, which I don't think it does. So we're going to Port Tressler. Silly me. If it had the jump pack, then it would be... kind of usable in a lot of things. I mean, like, you could take it to Hathor, I guess, but that's not... I don't know how well it would do in an 890. And also, it would have to be tractor beamed back over, so that'd be kind of a hassle. The areas around Hurston with the Dusters don't have missions, so it's not really that. Like the areas in Pyro, where the outposts in Pyro could be, they could be useful there. Hathor, but if the main thing I want to do at Hathor is loot stuff, then that's gonna be a little problematic. Yeah. And I mean, it'll be useful. It would be useful for the hostile bunkers for 5 seconds. And only if you can land really, really close to the point where walking isn't that big of a pain. Which it will be a pain. Also, somebody's showing up with a hostile Polaris. That's always fun. With a red Polaris, anyway. Oh, let me... I assume you're chill, though, dude.
Landing gear down. Landing successful.
1 minute of mech fun. Yeah. Well, you know what? I guess the distribution centers... Yeah, I guess the distribution centers might also be a decent location for them. But, eh. Actually, okay, the mission where they're on like the... where they're at like the... you know, the multi-level thing, and having a the jetpack one, that sounds like it would be pretty fun. But yeah. Also, I feel like you need a I do feel like you need to have a I don't know, the jetpack seems like just the way to go with it, right? Like, it's gonna be painfully slow without the jetpack.
The ASOP vehicle
And like, it is a thing, right? You know, it's you upgrade to this thing, but it's like, goddamn. Oh, you know, here's an idea that I really probably should, like, actually post somewhere that might get seen. You know what's one thing that's really annoying? That I don't see why it has to be the way that it is. Those fucking keycards. Trying to maneuver them in your inventory and everything, and fuses and stuff like that. Why? You know? So, and okay, so you know, they have some buttons for, you know, consumables and grenades. They could have another hotkey, or they could also have a thing where what the fuck do you mean you can't sell? What the fuck? You've got to be shitting me. Do you even sell scrap? You do sell scrap. You know what? I need to see this. There's the local commodities, I think. Is that not a thing now? Is that just not a thing here? Okay. Well, fuck me. I'm gonna buy some scrap. I am gonna buy the scrap. I'm gonna buy it. We're gonna manually load it. We're just gonna... I won't buy too much. I'm just gonna buy a little bit. We'll buy... Let's do like... 4 16 SCU things. I don't know if I can do... I don't know if I can do anything larger at the location, so we're just gonna do that. I'm just gonna offload the steel because, yeah. Dude, whenever I try and do anything besides combat, Star Citizen is just like, nope. For one reason or another. Because, like, I mean, like, what the fuck? Like, if I tried to, if I wasn't using any third-party things, it would be impossible. It would be fucking impossible. I would have to spend, like, hours researching the thing in-game. Oh, did the servers die? No. Really wish it wouldn't bring the fucking thing up, because I know it's just gotta bring it down again.
Your vehicle has been replaced with a
What if it brought it sideways? You know, that would be a good laugh if it brought the platform sideways. That'd be funny. Hangar terminal.
welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system. Vehicle
Where's my Star Lancer? Where's my spaceship? Oh, don't tell me there's gonna be an error. What? Having fun with my trading while you're enjoying some bunker loot. What has the world come to? What the fuck has the world come to? Oh, nice. Oh my god, are you fucking kidding me? What the fuck?
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System. Vehicle selected. Stand by.
Why is the... Okay, this server's borked. We're not doing this. Solar, are you on my server? So probably not. Almost assuredly not. How's your server looking? Almost full? I will brave the world of thingamabobs myself. Cool attitude. I have a good feeling about this shard. Fair enough. That's all you can really ask for. Sorry, now I'm just thinking about the, I guess the ASD thing made me remember the subscriber flare for this month that was an ASD jacket and some other things. What? 'Cause, like, I'm gonna sneeze. Um, um, so, weapons and armor for subflare, would be best. Especially if, they're, you know, like, unique colors, unique patterns, unique skins that, like the Rust Society stuff that, or Pathfinder stuff that, like, they only made a few armor sets or a few things with that color scheme. Or very niche shirts and outfits. I mean, I mean, but yeah, no, paints are like the next thing because they're cool, but also, like, there's a solid chance that whatever the paint is, you're not gonna be able to use it.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval
Now, clothing, like, is gonna be a difficult one. It's always gonna be a difficult one because, like, really, like, like the only thing I could really see being super. I mean, like, you're always gonna want some armor, even if, you know, you have an outfit that has like clothing underneath it instead of an undersuit. Let's assume that that in the future there will be practical, reasonable reasons to do that. If you're in the situation where you don't need an undersuit, which, you know, for a lot of, there will definitely be times like that. Furniture. Where does furniture come into that thing? Because I'm pretty sure right now that beds, you can't log out of beds unless it's unless it's attached to a ship. Because how the hell else would that work? Also, I really hope I can move this with this teeny tiny little thing. If we can't, then I feel like I'm just done. Which, again, is more lack of preparedness on my part. Oh, get the fuck out of here! Come on! Come on! Ugh, Jesus Christ. Would, yeah, so I guess, like, I mean, I would love to see an armor rack, weapon rack, that you can just put down on a cargo grid. And just, you know, stuff like that, that has a utility, but also isn't, and is something that you could just, you know, throw in the back of a cargo ship and turn it into some other thing. I like that idea. As long as it's, you know, potentially less utilitarian than if it was built into the ship to begin with. And maybe if there was, like, you know, in the future when there's, like, crafting stations that they'll probably use or probably have, you know, things like, you know, you could turn the back of your spirit into a workshop or a kitchen, but it's not going to be as efficient as a setup that's built into the ship. Whether it uses like 1.2 power as opposed to 1, or, you know, some other things. Because we'll have to see. It will be interesting though, because they're like, and I don't know, it's so weird to me that they just like, because I guess there has to be a lot of stuff. Like, some developer found out that they could, you know, do this setup where there's a bunch of NPCs who just don't have, who can have armor and clothing at the same time. And then they were like, yeah, we need to do that for the players. And then they just didn't prioritize it nearly as much as they... Well, I don't know. I guess it really isn't that big of a priority. It's still just like there's so many interesting looking enemies in Pyro that it's like, God, why can't we have this? I should have just done combat. Come on. The fire rats were also a cool enemy to fight. I mean, mainly for that reason that, like, I mean, it's cool just seeing actual enemies with the actual factions instead of just the same faction over and over and over again. I'm gonna find some other place to offload the steel. I don't wanna I don't wanna do this all day. I got the SCU, the 8 SCU containers just in case I didn't want just in case, so it wasn't like too bad if I needed to do the manual loading. And like right now, this takes way too goddamn long to do. I also can't wait for them to actually release a PvE contested zone thing, like the Area 18 dungeon sewer thing, or whatever it ends up being, and then them being snarky about it in an ISC. It's rats. We are the rats. Do you prefer your pizza R-Corp style or Lorville style? Industrial pollution in my pizza. Yeah, that's a fair answer. I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna say I don't know. Between Microtech Pizza and Crusader Pizza, because we have to do this tournament style. I don't know. I feel like feel like Crusader Pizza is gonna be not bad, but just bland. It's just gonna be pizza. And it's gonna be overpriced as shit. It's gonna have some fancy name for no apparent reason. It's just gonna be like, amusement park pricing. Microtech seems like it would be the most regular thing you would see would be a Hawaiian pizza. R-Corp seems like you probably have some very dedicated, very personal options everywhere. They are all getting shut down from either food violations, gang violence, or just, inability to pay rent. But, what was the thing I was looking up? Dunborough. Found a Cadillo helmet in a bunker? The one that I've got? Nice. I've never found one of them in a bunker. There's a lot of things I haven't found in a bunker, and I have to assume it's a Cadillo helmet, because that's the closest thing. But that is not how it's spelled at all. At some point I called it a Centurion helmet, and I'm like, I mean that's where the reference is, but that's not what it's called. 4 red containers? See, I think it's still down to luck, though. I think they might have, if they did make it a higher chance, like, that seems right, but also, I don't know. There we go. I'd love it if some brave developer snuck in, like, a little change that made it so the percent chance of all of those red containers spawning were, like, somewhat higher. That is 1.5 megameters. It is not that close. I can see New Babbage. New Babbage is 73 kilometers. I like how some of my friends have never seen a P8AR in bunkers, while I got like 20 of them. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the fucking truth? Okay, so yeah, let's go to Astor's Clearing. Hopefully this actually works. Okay, what the fuck do you mean? What the fuck do you mean? I'm too close to micro... Okay. Sometimes... I just really wish the game would fucking work. I would love to see a developer just sneak a thing where, you know, there's, instead of a 10% chance, there's a 50% chance of the thing spawning or something, or oops. You know, just move. Honestly, like, change out the, like, the loot on the, oh, are you fucking kidding me? Why? What the fuck is this? Oh my god. I'm not okay. This is... I literally just cannot quantum travel around the fucking planet. I don't... I'm gonna try doing a mission, because I'm curious if this is gonna work or not. Jesus Christ. I mean, if it does the same thing where it literally puts me on the opposite fucking side of the planet, like... What the fuck? Oh my god, okay. This is about the time... Hang on. The car is not here. My god. I still want to know a lot of things. Okay, okay, alright, you know? Alright, literally I cannot fucking quantum travel anywhere around Microtech. At least around Microtech. I don't... Yeah, I guess I'm gonna go to Hurston, because that's the next plate. Oh my god. I should just give up on all my hopes and dreams at this point. If things just suddenly fucking explode like this, where all the trading's just fucked. I mean, it's just bad planning on my part, is in all fairness. the quantum travel just doesn't fucking work. God. All my plans of getting a ship I want in game is just, god. Has gone exactly to plan. I mean, like... I don't even know, dude. I don't even know. Who the fuck has the username Just Killing Losers and is allegedly a part of my Starlancer Max comms channel and immediately gets shot in the back of the head? That would be funny, but you'd get a chortle out of me. Oh. Yes, a chortle. Oh, wow. Sorry, it's a really fucked up thing on Instagram. Oh, but I am seeing a Mouse-Scarda fursuiter playing with their cats. This stock loadout for the Talon can't be seen from 4 kilometers away. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's cool, but also annoying. Not annoying. If it's an NPC loadout, but yeah. But yeah. Oh, Solar. So, you know, I am also thinking, because I mentioned, like, Wicklow. Everybody hates Wicklow right now. So, would you rather, because they're not going to make a new UI for Wicklow. Would you rather have the system that we have now, or a billion missions that says, hey, this is a mission specifically for... This is a mission specifically for getting the Spirit. This is a mission specifically for getting the Intrepid. Specifically for getting the Starlancer Max. Specifically for the Guardian, etc., etc. Oh my god, I didn't even know where Pickersfield was in relation to the thing, and I immediately find it. Holy shit. Who's Wicklow? You wouldn't know how to guarantee a ship go over the Polaris. I mean, like... Could you imagine if they didn't do that? That would be insane. So insane. Also, where is my Wicklow 890 at? That is true. That is true. I mean, technically, people have glitched into the area where... Because he's just a torso. He's just a torso. He's just the torso up. I don't think he even has fully rendered arms. I think he just has the biceps. But yeah. Oh god, though, I do feel like... So, also the video the video I saw, I think it was from It's JoJo TV, maybe? The content creator who does Star Citizen stuff. I don't think they don't do daily Star Citizen news. It was kind of funny to me, though, because I clearly am way too invested in Star Citizen. They, like, apparently Wicklow is getting in 421, I think Wicklow is getting, like, specific trades for... Either specific trades or something different for the Ascension guns and armor. So, you know, it's all gear that's all, like, gold, and... I think it says it's, like, gold and brass or something, but, you know... It's fancy smancy stuff. And they, the weapons used to be on the Very Hungry reward list, and apparently they're getting moved off of it. And, when he was like, so I guess this is gonna be like Wicklow-themed things, and it's like, it's on the gear store! It's on the gear store right now, you can go and fucking buy it! What the fuck? And then I was just like, you know, not everybody knows everything. Maybe I need to calm the fuck down. I can't I don't know what the actual thing was. I mean, genuinely though, like... Well, I don't know. I haven't used the Coda recently, but I always seem to think that the Coda is just a nicer weapon. Or it just is kind of easier to use than the Salvo. But I am stubborn. And enjoy a little bit of masochism. Oh, that's fair. I didn't want to do this. I didn't want to load it like this, but oh. There we go. Oh, no. Oh my god, get the god. Okay. Not a fan of the Star Lancers. I like the thing, but the way that the cargo doesn't want to move ever is, I'm kind of done with it. Also, I would not have been able to get multiple, to get a 32 SU container. I have, in fact, just completely chanced it here. Wait, what the... Hello? What happened to the scrap that I just had? What the fuck? Oh my god. You know how I was really excited for the global event that's, you know, going to be heavily cargo focused? I'm not excited for it anymore. I know that there's the combat mission that's... But, god, if... I mean, like... But who the fuck knows? That combat mission is like it's going to be the first time that that specific combat mission has ever shown up. This sort of wave defense ship thing. So for all I know, it's just going to be like, you go, you shoot 2 ships, and then you wait for the next wave, and then they never show up. In fact, I would probably count on that being how it works. What the fuck? There's... I mean, I have no idea. And this just doesn't... This just doesn't cargo grid? Again, I don't have high hopes. Listen, if like, if you can run multiple, if you can do all of the corporations, then I'll try to do all the corporations. 'Cause why not? I'll probably start with R-Corp, because it sounds like they're probably the paint scheme that I would be most interested in. Black and red, so it's pretty solid. That would be good. That'd be good. I mean, hopefully... I mean, I don't know, dude. Hopefully things work. Just like... sometimes, dude. Well, who even knows... Oh, I don't even know what the actual materials they're asking for are. It could just not... It could very easily have nothing to do with RMC, so... Why is there just some scrap here? Is this my scrap? The only real way to get that cargo is from recovering the materials from the lost cargo, because you know damn well you aren't going to be able to buy it. That is true. I mean, it depends on what it is. Maybe you can mine it, but yeah, it's... And I think it just despawned. Cool. Well, well, I feel like I wasted 3 hours of my life. Why? Why does Star Citizen gotta do this to me? I know it's not doing it just to me, but, sometimes, dude. Sometimes. You'll be better off buying a mole. Good lord. You know, honestly, I would probably prefer... I might want to buy a raft. It has less cargo, but Yeah, I don't know. I don't care. This is stupid. This is stupid, and CIG needs to work to fix their fucking game. Get the fuck out of my way, you fucking what the fuck? You say that, and somehow it's gonna be, oh. The shop doesn't accept this contain. What? What? Uh, if you don't give up right now, listen. There's good, fast money to be made in cargo running if you can set it up. But fuck if I care right now. But fuck if I can even think straight about that. Your fucking green jacket ass onto my ship, you dumb fuck. I'm getting my ass shot for this. That's okay. I imagine that well, yeah. The thing with the Star Lancer's cargo area is that, like, it is the exact size and it absolutely sticks. And it's just, ugh. And I don't know if that is the case with the Taurus, but yeah. Dude, I don't fucking know, though. Like, what the fuck? Actually, I just want this jacket. Give me a stupid jacket. Seems like I knocked the guy out and I didn't actually, like, stab him, so guess that's something. Hopefully I can unload this steel. But, ugh. Do you think they're gonna run the... Do you think they're gonna run the regen, the Second Life event, or whatever they call it? You think they're gonna run that for 1 month? Even though the next event after that probably isn't going to be ready by the time they end the thing. Because the thing with Supply or Die is it started in March and it ended before the end of March, and it was kind of busted in the first week. And I was just like, this was really, I actually really, despite the bugs, I actually, like, kind of enjoyed even some of the broken stuff. And it's just like, and they're like, if they do it and it's just a month, and then like we wait 2 months before the next actual event, and it's like, what are you doing? Just let it run so it's there for people to do. Because there are going to be some people who it's like it's just going to be like, this is a grind. This event is a grind, and I don't have the time to do this in 1 month. I need like 2 months. Not everybody can just Stormbreaker and Hathor to do. I mean, all I care about with Hathor is the location. I couldn't give a fuck about the actual thing. And same goes for the region, or for Stormbreaker. Just like, I don't know. I am expecting everything to be broken with the Second Life thing. And I am expecting to be very sad about it. If I can get... I think it is actually called the Second Drive funding drive, or the Second Life research drive or something. But I've heard it several things, so I don't know. But yeah. God, I hope the car is here now. It's 10:23. God, I don't understand. I mean, like, it might not need to be, like, it might not be getting picked up in the morning. It might be getting picked up in, like, the afternoon or something, but that's, even then, it should be like, I thought there was like a 24-hour buffer between it. Anyway, I'm gonna cry. I think I might actually cry. Legitimately. Oh my god. I'm sorry, why am I going so slow? Yeah, so my concern about the 890 not having as much trading capacity as the Carrack, and I don't give a fuck about that anymore. I hit the button too. I hit the button too. No. This thing's getting scrapped. If I could. No, that would be an exploit. I was gonna say, can you actually, like, strip the RMC off of your own ship? You probably can. But that would probably also still be exploitive. If ship selling was a thing, then holy shit! Holy shit. That'd be so good. Let me go to an orbital marker. Unlog out. So the crying can commence. Cause dude, I don't fucking know. I don't want to sit on the bed. God damn it. Why did they even make this an option? No. Also, I think I left stuff in this. There, No, I didn't. Okay, good. Good for me. Good for me. Also, bed logging for me has worked every time I've tried it. I don't know if that's a questionable thing, but it's worked for me every time. At least with the Starlancer. If in-game ship selling was a thing, I'd be so happy. Yeah. Okay, well, today was a little bit of a disaster. Frankly, the entirety of the day maybe was a little bit of a disaster for me. I got kind of a late start, and now I have to clean a car at night. I'm looking forward to Friday. I'm looking forward to Thursday for whatever the fuck the new referral program stuff is, but we'll see. Maybe I'll get my third referral, and it'll be like a salvo pistol to replace the one I lost from random bullshit. Maybe? Yeah. Well, anyway, until then, until next time, have a good day, great day even.